crafting these songs? What is your process for that? Do you have like a particular ritual that you do before you go into the studio? What's your process for writing music?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe ritual's not the right word. I think the process is one of actually just kind of removing like all the distractions, but also, it's hard to explain. It's like the process is the journey. Like for me, it's actually writing in from a place that kind of is honest and is reflective of stuff that we've walked through or that we're walking through or questions that we've had that we might have a little more understanding of or had an answer, but more so than that, even questions we have now, like trying to figure out God, trying to figure out what life is, trying to figure out the circumstances and the challenges. And so I think the ritual for me is going, stop writing from here and tap into the deeper stuff. And when you do that, and if you work hard to try and not let the song be anything less than something that is real, whether or not people connect with it on the same level as us, at a surface level, that it doesn't matter, but everybody's got the same deep longings and deep desires, and so it becomes real for people. And even if they don't like it, at least it's honest.
Yes. How does it feel when you see people singing your songs?
I mean, I pray it never gets old, because it's an amazing thing. But I also realize, I know we work hard, and we put our hands to this thing, but I genuinely, we don't deserve to be here, and that's the beauty of it, is that God works with people who don't deserve to be used by God, and God impresses himself upon people and works in people's lives, and his grace meets people, and his peace meets people in a way that transcends what we could offer that thing. And so when I see people singing the songs, I genuinely go, I actually maybe have never really even thought they're singing my song, because I don't feel that way. I don't feel like it's my song,
Yeah.
And I mean, that's our hope for the movie. It's why make a movie? We didn't make the movie. These guys want to make a movie about us. I'm like, oh man, that just sounds, I don't know, that's good. That's not, but they said something interesting. It's like when they said that, the director is not going to be a Christian, and I thought, well, that's interesting, because the whole desire of what we want to do is to connect with people where they're at. And when I talked to the director and he said, hey, I don't get it. I love music. I think your music's great. And I'm like, well, that's a nice compliment.
Yeah.
He's going, but I experienced something that I've never experienced, and I've seen a ton of different bands, and I know what that thing is. He expressed there's this energy and this love in the room. I'm like, 'cause that's God.
Yeah.
That's who God is. Forget all the religious stuff. Forget all the stuff that we've been taught. At the end of the day, that energy, that thing that holds the universe together, that light that reveals stuff, and that love that connects with the deepest aspects of humanity, all humanity, regardless of where you stand and all this stuff around the world, every single human being, their most deepest desire is to be loved and to love. And those things can only be found at the deepest level in who God is. And so that's why I think the music, it just makes the way for that message. And I pray that the movie kind of does the same for people.
Worship versus performance. What is the difference between that?
Well, there's a fine line there, isn't it? Because it's it's a huge question. Why does God work with people? Why does God choose to use people? Why is the story of God always working through people? And I think it's because it requires faith, and it's the only way that we can truly understand his grace. And that's the way we find Jesus, the way we find God. And so when you realize your own failures, your own insufficiencies, your own weaknesses, you start to actually get a picture of how good he is, his grace, his strength, his faithfulness, his perseverance in chasing us. And so then when we stand on a platform, and I call it, there's a paradox there, because it doesn't make sense if you look at it from surface level. But it's like we're drawing attention to ourselves for the sole purpose of drawing attention away from ourselves. We're standing on a stage, I guess, in some respects, I'm trying to be like a man of God, but I'm desperately trying not to become a God to men. And the only way you can do that is by living in a way that's transparent and understanding that it's not about me. It's not if it's about me, then the best that I can do and the best that I can create is limited to my own limitations, and I know what they are. It's small. But God, He's always done the impossible through the limitations. People like us, it's like a song. 12 notes, infinite possibilities. You know, there's endless possibilities.
Yeah.
So with us, my weakness, there's parameters here. But when it's open, God can do whatever He wants, infinite possibilities. And that's true for everybody on earth.